Hello and bienvenue. I am Joker, the Full Metal Joker. Now, before we get started with the topic at hand, I'd like to let you know two things. One, if you do not like what has to be said, please remove yourself from this video. Two, everything I have to say is mostly opinion-based, with a lining of truth. But if you feel like I'm wrong in certain areas, or I need more information in others, please feel free to contact me. You should already know how to do this by now. With that being said, the topic I'm going to be covering today is a rather interesting one and was suggested to me pretty much by a friend. He told me that he wanted me to do something that was more important than this YouTube drama. And quite frankly, I agree with him, and I see as something that is no more important than our school educational system. And I constantly look at it and I feel that it is extremely flawed. Now, why do I feel this way? Well, when I went to look up the statistics on where we are ranking in the world, I was really disappointed. We are ranked 14th in reading, 25th in math, 17th in science. And I'm looking at that, and we're supposed to be the greatest country on earth, yet we can't teach our children properly. How in the world are we going to expect things to change and things for the better to happen when we can't even take care of our own children? We are spending over $11,000 per student, and this is depending on state. Sometimes more than that much, sometimes less. Again, it varies from state to state. And we can't work with our children to make them smart. And the sad thing is that money that we are spending from our taxes to raise these children, to make sure that these children get a good education, only a fraction of it actually goes in the area of teaching these children. The bulk of it goes to administration, goes to the buildings of the schools, goes to this thing and that thing, not to our students, not to our children. And why? And one of the things that issues I have, is the whole us keeping bad teachers that don't really teach. And I understand it's not completely the teacher's fault. They've gotta stick to what the school board tells them that they can and can't teach. Which, if that's the case, then our school board is to blame. They're telling these teachers to teach these children improperly. We're over here doing this one-size-fits-all teaching method when every single student learns in a different manner. And more and more countries are realizing this. Thus, they are doing things like separating the students into individual classes based on how they learn, whereas we're still doing the same whole one size fits all. And I'm sitting here going, why? Why are we doing this? And on top of that, we don't have anything to help students when they need extra help. We don't really have any after-school programs like schools used to help students that have problems, students that are in impoverished homes that can't afford all the goodies and whatnot. We don't have much in the way of programs to help take care of our own children. And quite frankly, if these children are our future, if what these children become is our future, then our future is looking bleak. We first need to deal with better teachers. Two, like in most of our government, cut the bloating, cut out things that aren't necessary. We don't need super high-tech school buildings. We need buildings that are just good enough to keep the children safe and warm, safe and comfortable, so they can learn properly. And that is it. And if a teacher fails to produce results, I don't care how long they've been there, they must be either A, go into a training program to help them teach better, or B, have them removed. And if it's the school board constantly giving teachers horrible things for them to teach, like this whole Common Core BS, then they should be removed from office. Because unlike all these other programs, these are our children. How we teach our children, how these children are taken care of during these years of their development will affect the rest of their lives. And let's not even let's continue this even further with the fact that more and more of our youth are growing up to be illiterate, functional illiterate, which means they can read, but slightly below the standard, which means they only know enough reading wise to get by, and math. Oh God. Yes, I understand. We have phones. Yes, I understand. We have devices that'll help you do math, but what happens if you don't have that device, or you need to do something right off the top of your head and you're unable to do basic math without your phone or device? What are you going to do then? So what am I saying here? We need to fix our schools. If you want things to change for the better, one of the things we need to deal with is our school system. Fix it so, yes, there's programs to help these kids, and or if the kids are being bullied, throw more funding in the counseling part instead of the administration. These kids need to know that they have someone to go to when things are bad. That they have a place to go when they're being bullied or harassed. Not just well and just throw them to the wolves. Because again, how they are raised and how they are taken care of during these years of their lives will affect their future. And with that being said, if you enjoy this video and the content that I produce, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you want to support this channel even further, please feel free to check out my Patreon and PayPal me. However you choose to support this channel is much appreciated. Thank you, and good luck.